So I passed a new milestone. It's my first shits of the trip. Okay, Shittergeddon update from the next morning. The hedges are thoroughly splattered and I didn't get quite a very good night's sleep, although a lot of that was the fact that all night around here, it turns out, this is maybe what the farmer was saying to me, they do the controlled explosions in the mine. So I could hear, I thought it was gunfire last night, but it's every 30 seconds or so, a small explosion and then a falling of rock. Yeah, it stopped now, so... Anyway, new evidence has come to light that in fact it was probably the veggie kebab that caused current Shittergeddon. Also the timelines work a bit better for that one. I'm hoping that solid food will pass through today. Got a couple of good meals in there, so I will carry on that updates as I go. I'm not hoping for a very long day today. I just want to recover really. Oh, that's so sore. It's fucking painful. Oh, that's the first pop one I've got right on the cheek as well. It's quite cold up here actually, about 20 degrees. Normally by this time it would be about 30 down in the valley. No wind so far today as well, but that'll change, I know. A long, weak climb. These roads are so quiet. Listen. What a road, winding down over the hills. About 800 to 900 meters now. Almost above 1,000. I've just hit a real low point. I've not been hungry today, which is not a good sign because I've been climbing and climbing. So I decided to have a little lie down. I've only made about 50 kilometers in 7 hours worth of riding today. Really low energy, but also gravel tracks with 10% plus gradient, which has been a real struggle. I can't make myself eat any bread and cheese, just sugar. Today's been the first time that I've really felt like I want to pack all in and go home. Run past the station, train station, after following a forest track for about an hour, getting about 5 kilometers in an hour, and I've had no appetite really at all. So I've lost the fun element, I have to say right now. Yeah, a shit day really. Last night was this third night where I've been, well the second night, end of the second day where I've had dodgy stomach, and it's not really been going away despite what I've been doing. So I think I got my 70 kilometers yesterday just with this reserve energy that I had, but by the time I reached the end of the day I was absolutely exhausted, so I crashed out in a little valley and slept from about 9 p.m. until 7 or 8 this morning, but I was still really weak. So I went into the local town, which was just up the top of the hill, rolled in, tried to look for a store, but there wasn't any. But I kind of found a water fountain, filled up my bottles, and got chatting to a woman. It turned out that half the village had gone at some point to live in Germany, so with a tiny bit of German and my 2 words, Su and Ekmek, for bread and water, I managed to communicate that I wasn't feeling very well. I needed a rest and some food, and if there was a shop in town. But there wasn't a shop in this particular town. But the woman that I met took me in and laid out a mat for me to sleep this morning, fed me coffee and bread and tomato. And when her husband came home at lunchtime, he stocked me up with a whole loaf of bread and lots of other bits and sent me off. So I'm now about 5 kilometres from, less than 5 kilometres from where I was last night, and I'm just going to sit out under this tree and gradually eat, build up my strength for the day really. Just use it as a big repair thing. And there's a bigger town with a hotel and some proper shops about 30 kilometres away. So I'm hoping that if I can build up back enough energy today, this afternoon or tomorrow, I can ride into that town, and if I'm still feeling pretty bad, I can get a hotel room for a day or 2. The mountains here are so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm crawling. Crawling on. Oh my god. Wow. That's a massive eagle. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm crawling along. I've reached about 1,000 meters today. It's truly beautiful. Look at this valley. Totally by myself. Turkey is beautiful. I had to get sick at the most remote point. So today I slept for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I just basically went along at walking pace. I did about 15 kilometers in about 3 hours, but things just worked out perfectly because I came down the hill to this market, the best one so far since I left Istanbul, except from in Bursa. I had everything I need, and with a dodgy stomach, ayran, which is the sort of yogurt drink, is the perfect thing. Get a Fanta and some bread, and now I feel some pasta for tonight. Now I feel okay. So I don't think I can make it to Simav tonight. It's 40k still to go, and I'm still very slow, but I'm feeling much healthier. I'm gonna camp out here now with the food I've got, and then I will hopefully recover some energy over the night. Look, got a little hedgehog friend. Friendly. So I'm feeling a bit better this morning. Still carrying on day 3 of day 4 of Shittergeddon. Some of the most beautiful, probably the most beautiful place I've ever ridden. It's a shame that I've come down with this intestinal illness. Otherwise it would have been perfect. But yeah, once I've recruited Simav, I've got even bigger mountains to cross to Olydeniz, so hopefully I'll be in full shape to actually appreciate those. To aid me in the remaining part of the trip in Turkey, I got Evil's Eye from the market in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. And these are, you see them everywhere, hanging off in people's houses, on the walls, in restaurants, on the back of cars even. So I thought I'd get one for the bike. And maybe it's because I didn't put it on before that I got taken down by this illness. Fingers crossed it will draw the evil away from my intestines for the rest of the ride. So I made it to a small town called Simav, spelled S-M-I-S-M-A-V, and to a really nice, apparently a 3-star hotel, but it looks very nice to me. I've exploded all my kit all over it. Got a beautiful shower and toilet, which is just what I need. No more shitting in the bushes all the way across Istanbul's mountains. My intestines are still going haywire, but I've booked a couple of nights here just to really relax and just give myself a chance to recover there. I'm still eating normally, so should have a lot of energy by the time it finally, traveller's stomach finally sorts itself out. I'm using the time to edit some videos, to change my plans for the next couple of weeks when I was supposed to be working. Change my Airbnb for Olydeniz, wash my clothes, clean, fix my thermarest. It's feeling really nice, and just chill out, sleep a lot on a proper bed. This is definitely the shower I've looked forward to most, I have to say. Quite obvious that there's not a lot of tourists here. I'm not sure why people would come through here otherwise, if they weren't adventure travelling. So I get very, very well treated, like I do everywhere in Turkey, to be honest. So yeah, I'm about to go out and get some food, get a haircut, see if Turkish barbers in Turkey are as good as Turkish barbers in London. Got my first haircut, Turkish haircut in Turkey. What do you think? Very close. I got a full hour's service, including face mask and head massage.